Forget the movies. This is the real brutality of the wild. Get ready to witness the most incredible safari moments ever caught on camera, featuring some of the most intense and unforgettable encounters nature has to offer. These are the jaw-dropping moments we've collected from the heart of the wild. Let's dive in. In complete contrast to the violent attacks of elephants or rhinos, a close encounter with a silverback gorilla creates an almost sacred atmosphere, a moment where fear is overwhelmed by respect, awe, and an invisible connection between two species of primates. A legendary moment straight out of the Serengeti grasslands, where the line between a camera lens and the claws of the world's fastest big cat vanished in one breathtaking leap. You should never approach wild animals without proper safety measures in place. This guy was incredibly brave, but these kinds of actions are extremely dangerous and should never be copied or encouraged. Don't let their beautiful black and white stripes and horse-like appearance fool you. Zebras are actually among the most unpredictable and aggressive animals roaming the South African plains. A zebra attack is far more than just an accident. It's a raw and terrifying display of pure wild strength unleashed without warning. What was supposed to be a fun safari tour at an American wildlife park quickly turned into a chaotic and hilariously terrifying scene when fearless zebras and ostriches teamed up to ambush tourists and demand every last bag of food. Have you ever had an ostrich suddenly stick its face inches away from yours? Trust me, that's a real test of courage. The incident of an elk attacking a man in Yellowstone National Park served as a harsh reminder of the raw power of the wild, where an animal that appears calm and majestic can transform into a dangerous warrior in a split second. Don't let their deer-like appearance fool you. An adult elk can weigh between 700 and 900 pounds, and those massive antlers aren't just for display. They're deadly weapons capable of inflicting serious damage. If you see an elk staring directly at you, lowering its head, or letting out a sharp, high-pitched scream, that's your signal to immediately get behind a large object like a tree or a vehicle for protection. Curled up inside a small tent in the middle of the night, a camper was suddenly thrown into absolute terror when a bear launched a violent attack. The thin fabric of the tent was quickly ripped apart by the animal's razor-sharp claws, turning what was meant to be a safe resting place into a suffocating trap. In a rare and incredibly tense moment, a proud lion suddenly turned its attention to a luxury sports car parked nearby. Instead of ignoring it, the massive predator moved in and clamped its jaws onto the vehicle's body, leaving deep bite marks across the glossy paint with astonishing force. A woman fell into a polar bear enclosure in Berlin and was violently attacked by the massive predators as they charged toward her through the water. In front of a horrified crowd, a desperate fight for survival unfolded while zoo staff rushed to rescue the victim from the jaws of the largest land carnivores on Earth. The fury of a starving king of the jungle stands as a chilling warning of the untamable power possessed by these deadly predators. At a wildlife sanctuary in South Africa, 2 tigers performed astonishing leaps to snatch food high above the barrier fence. Their intense excitement during feeding time revealed the explosive power and incredible athletic ability of these massive predators. The moment served as a stunning reminder that even in a protected rescue environment, their fierce, wild instincts remain as powerful as ever. Ignoring every warning sign, a woman recklessly climbed over the safety barrier at the zoo to retrieve a hat that had fallen into the tiger enclosure. The foolish decision placed her just inches away from a direct confrontation with one of the world's most dangerous predators. Leopards are among the most incredible jumpers in the cat family. They can leap over 10 feet high and cover distances of up to 20 feet in a single jump, even from a standing position or with only a short running start. With razor-sharp claws and an incredibly powerful grip, leaping onto a target and launching an attack is almost effortless for them. Like a phantom moving at lightning speed, the leopard suddenly appeared and lunged at the cyclist, turning an ordinary ride into a terrifying fight for survival filled with pure panic and adrenaline. Luckily, the man made it out unharmed. This was undoubtedly one of those once-in-a-lifetime safari moments that no one who witnessed it will ever forget. The animal's stillness was nothing more than the perfect trap. One small mistake in handling technique instantly turned the trainer into prey beneath the crushing force of those ancient, bone-crushing jaws. Crocodiles cannot be tamed like dogs or cats. They operate purely on instinct and reflex. Even something as small as a drop of sweat hitting their eye or an unfamiliar sound can trigger a sudden defensive bite. The Cape buffalo is notoriously known as Africa's Black Death, and when one charges at a safari vehicle, it's no longer a peaceful wildlife tour, it becomes a terrifying confrontation with a furious biological tank driven by pure aggression. Across the vast open grasslands, the safari vehicle suddenly became the target of pure fury as the Cape buffalo unleashed its terrifying power, making it clear that this was a territory humans were never meant to invade. Bison may seem like quiet and slow-moving giants, but once they decide to charge at a tourist vehicle, the destruction they cause can feel just like a devastating traffic collision. Inside the vehicle, the passengers could only hold their breath as the massive dark figure blocked out the windows, feeling the raw, primitive force of the beast trying to lift the entire truck off the ground. Ostriches are extremely curious animals, and they'll often peck at anything shiny, like watches, phones, or glasses, because they mistake it for foods. At drive-through zoos, ostriches are used to being fed by visitors. If you don't hand over the food fast enough, they may start demanding it by pecking aggressively at your hands or even the car windows. Even though they may look goofy and harmless, ostriches can deliver incredibly powerful kicks, and their sharp claws are capable of causing serious injuries. A nightmare on the forest highway through Bandipur. One careless mistake in violating the safe distance triggered a brutal wild elephant attack. This serves as a serious warning to anyone traveling through the Karnataka Wildlife Reserve. Not even the most experienced experts could predict this explosion of fury. What started as a scientific field survey quickly turned into chaos when a wild elephant suddenly charged into the water, attacking and flipping the team's small research boat. In the razor-thin moment before disaster struck, true expertise took over. A massive elephant charged directly toward the safari vehicle, ready to crush everything in its path. But instead of panicking, the guide stood his ground, asserting his authority with a firm slam against the side of the vehicle as a clear signal. What followed was a breathtaking moment of communication between man and beast, forcing the giant elephant to stop, back away, and return to the wild. This is survival mastery at its absolute highest level. What would you do if you discovered a living armored tank right in your own backyard? Luckily, no one was inside. A massive rhinoceros unleashed its fury on a parked safari vehicle. With just a few powerful charges, the multi-ton vehicle was flipped over and completely crushed beyond recognition. A chilling warning for everyone who joins a safari tour at the Battling Wildlife Park in Beijing. A woman stepped out of her vehicle while still inside the tiger enclosure. Within seconds, a Siberian tiger charged and attacked her. The horrific incident left one person dead and another seriously injured while trying to rescue the victim. On the grasslands of Masai Mara, Kenya, the line between observing wildlife and becoming the target can be nothing more than a single car door away. One small movement or an unfamiliar sound is sometimes all it takes to awaken a predator's hunting instincts in an instant. What would happen if your vehicle broke down right in the middle of an angry lion pride's territory? A massive one-horned rhinoceros suddenly flew into a rage, chasing down a Jeep before using its incredible strength to toss the vehicle straight into a ditch. Screams and panic filled the air as terrified tourists came face to face with one of Asia's most dangerous animals. Never underestimate the speed of a rhinoceros. Journalism has never felt this dangerous in a shocking on-air moment. The snake delivers a bite the reporter will never forget. The moment the car door cracks, without any warning, the monkey darts by like a gust of wind and suddenly unleashes a sharp, perfectly timed flying kick at a stunned visitor who never saw it coming. Gone is the slow, lumbering pace this giant suddenly charges forward at breakneck speed, sending tourists scrambling for their lives as they run as fast as they can. A direct face-off with the notorious terror of Stealthy. This footage captures a terrifying scene as an enraged elephant charges through, flipping everything in its path and leaving the group of tourists with a haunting experience they'll never forget. Always stay extra cautious when driving at night. Wild animals can suddenly emerge from the forest at any moment. Leave food behind in your car, and this might be the result: a completely wrecked interior, courtesy of one very hungry bear. The killer instinct of the king of the jungle never truly sleeps, not even inside a zoo. This quiet stillness creates a rare and powerful connection between humans and nature where fear fades away, giving rise to deep respect and a genuine appreciation for the raw beauty of the wild. The wild is still full of incredible wonders. Which moment from these incredible safari moments caught on camera impressed you the most? Don't forget to like, won't miss the next unforgettable scenes. See you next time.